February 1984, a time of rare glory for Sarajevo. Jane Torvill and Christopher Dean of Great Britain took the ice at the Olympic arena, and the face of figure skating was changed forever. Good evening, I'm Julie Moran in Victoria, Canada, and welcome to the artistry of Torvill and Dean. Jane and Christopher have become synonymous with greatness in figure skating. Over a career that spanned 20 years, they've changed and evolved their chosen sport, their chosen art form. They've toured the world and played to packed arenas in every corner of our planet and won the admiration and affection of millions of appreciative and loyal fans. Tonight, along with my colleagues Dick Button and Peggy Fleming, we'll experience a rare and special presentation of their on-ice magic. They'll entertain us with their distinctive and unique blend of humor, beauty, passion, motion, and artistry. The artistry of figure skating legends, Jane Torvill and Christopher Dean.
The world has expected everything from them, and they have given it back.
We are so lucky to be here to see this. This is wonderful.
All sixes across the board for Torvill and Dean.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
10 years ago, Peggy and I were at the Winter Olympic Games at Sarajevo. Jane Torvill and Christopher Dean skated the Bolero, and the whole world held its breath. The judges gave them perfect sixes, and they won the gold medal, and with it, our hearts. That performance and that routine have become figure skating classics, standing up to the often unkind test of time. Jane and Christopher look at skating differently from you and from me. Their choreography is unfettered by the restrictions that sometimes chain the world of ice dancing. Tonight, we'll see that it's filled with intelligence and humor, inventive twists and turns, passion, touching, and feeling. They are truly great because they have made the world of skating different and better, just because they were in it.
Their skating has continued to grow and evolve throughout their entire career. Jane and Chris have always had one clear and crucial goal: to create something different, something lasting. After Sarajevo, they took their dance to the professional stage and thrilled audiences all around the world. Tonight, we will see them perform some of their greatest routines, their greatest hits in a sense. And yes, they will skate Bolero once again. So please stay tuned with us for more spellbinding artistry of Torvill and Dean.
Some days as the light comes on and you can sense the audience and you can sense the anticipation. And you get a little feeling up the back of my neck, shiver or excitement. Medley is a body of work that represents a period of time between 1981 and 1984, our competitive years. The first piece, Barnum on Ice, we were in Moscow and we had tickets for the Bolshoi and the circus. I chose to go to the circus, so I went off and I came away with ideas of movement and flavors of circus that would so easily transcend onto the ice.
The Paso doble was the rhythm for 1984. It's really set pattern dance, and it's a bullfight. It's that arena where the matador has his cape and entices the bull. And that was the images that we wanted to create on the ice.
The final piece, Mack and Mabel, was all about Mack Sennett, famous silent movie director, producer, and Mabel Norman, who was his on-screen star, but off-screen had a romance. And we wanted to capture the flavor of the melodrama of the silent movie.
think with Missing, we started experimenting with a style which is more contemporary and off balance.
In the newspapers, we were reading more and more about Argentina and the life down there under the political dictatorship, the fascist regime, and people just disappearing from the streets, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, and they would have no redress. They couldn't ask questions about it because they would go missing too. So it's the intensity of that, of losing somebody so close to you and having to maintain a daily life. Hatrick, humor on ice is one of the hardest things. Humor at any time is usually one of the hardest things. It usually comes out of tragedy. And this is really about one-upmanship. It's about gaining the red hat. merchants. We're not people that are expressive.
We speak with the body.
Yeah, our language is what we do on the ice. And we know in our heads what we're trying to achieve. And we can't necessarily express it through our words, but sometimes we can express it through our skating. Encounter, literally the title tells you a lot about it.
We'll be attracted to each other instantly, but then realizing that really we had our own lives and we couldn't be together. So in the end we decided to part. But I mean, it could span over an hour or so in reality, or it could be something that happens over the course of several years to people.
We just stumble upon each other and immediately we're drawn, we're magnetized. But ultimately never destined to be together because you realize what it is. It's an infatuation, it's a passing romance. It does have a glamour about it. We're not specifically trying to be Astaire Rogers, but we were trying to create that feeling, that mood, glamour, Hollywood, just by the size of orchestra and the orchestration and what we were trying to put into it.
It is a fun piece to skate, especially with the audience, because especially when you're skating to a crowd that are familiar with the piece, they know that it sort of builds to this ending, which is a great big band sound, and I don't think people can't help but clap along with it or tap or something if you hear the music.
And at the same time, enjoying it. I mean, that's, you know, we do enjoy what we do. It doesn't all have to be strife and gloom. as we started choreographing that Bolero would become a signature piece, but indeed, whenever we put a show together now, or wherever we're performing, we feel that it's very much a part of us.
When we first started choreographing, I think we thought of the music as the music builds. So we wanted our choreography to become bigger. So if you look at the piece, we start very small. We don't move out over the ice very much, and it gradually
It's a very intimate
expands.
piece. And we wanted to start very small and very, just the two of us. We wanted to draw the audience in to seem as if they're watching something very private and personal and intimate. But it's about a journey. It's about, in our head, the imagery is about two people that can never be together because of family problems, almost Romeo and Juliet.
It's a Romeo and Juliet story.
Sort of story, but their togetherness will only ever come when they sort of go into this sort of suicide pact. So in our heads, the mental visions we have is this sort of
Desperate love, sort of
climbing
never to be.
the mountain, the volcano, and launching ourselves into it. But it's a journey. It starts as you understand the romance, you see the romance, the intensity between the two. And then it's about their commitment to each other, and then going from where they are on this journey, taking them to the ultimate ending.